Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm coming at you with another training pack that I've made. So we're just going to hop right into it and I'll explain it as we go through all the shots. It's called In and Out Saves, and you can get the download code in the description of this video. If the code doesn't work, then I'm really sorry. I don't know if Psyonix are still having problems with letting cross-platform users use the codes that have been made on Steam, but I did make this on the Steam version of Rocket League, so hopefully that works for most of you. So what are in and out saves? Well, this is that's an in and out save pretty much. The ball's going into the top shelf, so we're going to use the underside of the crossbar to get up to it. Now, in training packs, I don't think that there's a way. If there is a way, then I'm really sorry. But as far as I know, there's no way to set boost to 0. I don't know how to do that, so I've just left the boost as is. But that being said, the majority of the time that you want to be doing this in Rocket League is when you don't have much boost or you don't have any boost at all. Of course, you can use it when you have boost, and if you do have boost, you can get some pretty good clears on these with the additional speed that you can get. But every single shot in this pack that I've made is savable without boost. Some of them using the post, some of them using the crossbar, some of them using both, well, whichever you prefer. So they're all savable without boost, and that's really the thing that you want to be practicing for this. Although, why not practice with boost and without boost? You know, they're all fine. With boost, you can get some great clears. Without boost, you have to be a little bit more careful, but you can still get the ball to safety. You can get it into some good locations that are hard to attack. So shot number 1 and 2 are just going to be that ball arcing in from different angles, so fairly similar stuff. And that's just to get you nice and warmed up. Even if you're completely unfamiliar with this concept and you've never done this before, you should be able to do it because I've made it. The first 2 shots, the timing of them is very, very easy. You just accelerate and then flip. A lot of these shots are just going to be accelerate and then flip, and you're going to get the save. So for all of you who are higher level, this is going to be very easy to just accelerate and flip. I mean, everybody should be able to do this. What you guys want to be able to do, if you're finding this too easy, is place your hits. You want to actually try and pass the ball out of defense. If you're in a 1 versus 1 situation, of course, you just need to get it to safety. And this is something that's viable in 1v1 because boost starving in 1s is so prolific. But in multiplayer game modes, this is going to be a viable thing as well. And the main reason why is because, like I've said in other videos, this sort of near post pocket that you're in, if you're just hiding in the near post like this, you're very hard to demo. And with how popular demos have been recently, just familiarizing yourself with this area, getting used to using the inside of the post to hit the ball in various directions. Like, we can get the ball to this boost, or we can get the ball to the other boost, depending on when we hit it. And that's really useful for passing the ball out of defense, just getting a nice sideways pass to a defender who's already in the corner. And we've got the same thing on the other side here. Just try to get used to nailing that pass, even off the inside of your post. Just imagine where your teammate's going to be and try and hit him with that pass. And you can come off the underside of the crossbar for this one as well, if you so desire. It is probably worth mentioning that some of the basics of this, just for all of you new guys to Rocket League, all of you newer players, you're going to run into a concept that will appear in other aspects of Rocket League, namely reverse aerials and shadowing. But when you're, of course, facing away from the ball, steering left will make your car move to the right, and steering right will make your car move to the left. And the same is true when you're on the crossbar. When we go up on the crossbar like this, left is right and right is left. So you're here, if I turn to the right, then my car is going to go to the left. And if I turn to the left, my car is going to go to the right. So that's something you're going to have to get used to. And the tricky part, again, speaking to all you newer players here, is that your dodging doesn't have the same restriction, I guess, or it doesn't have the same interaction. So if I'm turning left to go right while I'm on the crossbar, and then I'm turning right to go left, dodging, you dodge left to go left. Even if your car is completely upside down, if I want to dodge to the left, I just dodge. You have to press left. In my case, on my keyboard, if you're playing on controller, you'll have to push your analog stick to the left to get your car to dodge to the left. So remember, you're steering opposite, dodging is always the same. And that's very important to remember. So this shot, 5 and 6, you can use the inside of the post if you want to pass the ball over this direction. If you want to get it over to this other direction. Oh, I fell off the crossbar a bit early there. then you can use the underside of the crossbar. I think the post, you can actually pass the ball. Let's see if we can do it. If we can pass the ball to the left off the inside of the post here. Yeah, I guess we can, but not as accurately as we can off the underside of the crossbar. So you've got a couple of options here, and that's something that you want to get good at, because being able to switch up your clear balls, being able to surprise the defense, or surprise the offense of the other team rather, by which way you're clearing the ball, that's a big part of getting out of defense in Rocket League. And we can actually clear the ball in pretty much any direction we want from this position, using the structure of the goal to get up high enough. Even if we have no boost, we can actually still get the ball in pretty much any direction that we want. Which I didn't realize it was going to be this adaptable until I made this pack, and I realized, oh, hold on, this is very useful. This is a lot more useful than I thought it was going to be. I'm sure that for me, I'm going to be using the crossbar, and I'm going to be using the post a lot more to try and get these clears and these saves now that I've made this. I've been doing it already in my own games with quite a lot of success. I think it's a lot more viable than you might think. Of course, the main perpetrator for popularizing this, I would say, is Squishy. He's been doing this a lot, and oftentimes he'll just be winning by a large margin in a 1v1, and then he decides to go for this a lot more. But I think if somebody gets good enough at this, it will be viable, regardless of scoreline. It is a viable strategy. So this is another thing that I learned while making this pack, and that is that timing of, you know, this sort of some casters call it waterfall. I think that's incredibly cringeworthy. I can't bring myself to call it that. But yeah, I've not really thought of a proper way to describe, or a proper word, Rocket League word to describe this pass, but it's where the ball just comes straight down off that curve. You know, you can call it waterfall if you like, but come on. Do you really think people are going to be calling it that when Rocket League's proper mainstream? I don't think so. Come on, pull yourselves together. So this is actually easier to judge, is what I was going to say, than you would expect. It is easier to predict where this ball is going to be than you might otherwise expect. You might think, okay, this is going to be impossible. I'm coming off the underside of the crossbar and the ball's curving down off the ceiling. But they kind of add together. You're coming out of one angle, the ball's coming out of another. And if you can just match the speed, then even like I'm slowing down and starting my, you know, I'm stopping there. I'm boosting and then stopping, then boosting and stopping, and I can still time it like fairly well. So I'm gonna have to try this as well to defend against those really awkward passes, because often, like, this is the way that you'd usually see defenders deal with this. They'll be like, oh, that's a really awkward pass, and then they'll try to do something like this, and they usually get beat to the ball. Whereas if you can come off the underside of the crossbar, you're getting a much better hitbox for blocking shots, and you're getting there earlier. Like, I'm taking this very, very early. This is pretty much as early as anybody could shoot that. I'm already there. And I'm coming over the top of it as well, so not going to get dunked on. So there's an interesting one for you. This is just another one of these inside of the post ones. Did I save this? I think I actually hit this, because I'm pretty sure I made this shot. Wait, I've got to check if the shot's actually on target. Okay, it is. I just had to make sure that I hadn't made a shot that wasn't even going in my training pack. But yeah, it is in fact on target. Every shot here should be pretty much top corner, or if it's not supposed to be a top corner shot, it'll be difficult to save without boost. But like I said earlier, with these coming off the inside of the post, you can be very selective with where you place the ball. Just like coming off the underside of the crossbar, you can put it into the middle if you want, or you can get it into your corner. Again, be thinking about where your teammates are in team games in Rocket League. Don't just think, okay, how can I get the biggest clear possible? How can I hit this ball? Oh, I'll hit it so hard. Yeah, I'm so good. Like that, if it's just going to go to the opponent, that's no good. It's probably better to hit a softer pass to somewhere that a teammate can actually challenge and continue to pass the ball out of defense. Oh, I keep resetting the shot. Sorry, did not mean to do that. I'm trying to go through this and I keep resetting the shot by mistake. So, again, reverse angle. Got to get that pass into the corner just right. Like I said before, if you want to get this high, obviously come from underneath the ball. Not that high, that would have been really bad. It was going to come off it's going to hit the ceiling and come right back into the danger area. Yeah, hit the underside of the ball to get it high. Goes without saying. and get over the top of the ball to hit it down low if you're trying to pass. If you're trying to lob, you can lob pass. If you're trying to like just do a pass to someone on the ground, think about that as well. If you're in 1v1 and you see your opponent already moving over that way, then really we'd want to keep the ball in this side. We'd want to get the ball away from him. So it's all about playing away from your opponent. Give yourself time to grab boost. So a lot of these shots you're going to have to use your brain. You're going to have to think, okay, what am I really trying to do here? Because all of us are going to be able to save this. Like, you don't get any points for saving that. I think that the real usefulness in training packs in Rocket League comes from what you actually what you do that can then be transferred into a game. This one with some good timing you can get a really good clear. It's a shame the ball disappears so fast. I'd love to see how far this is going to go. Yeah, we're hitting that with the underside of our car, or the roof of our car as it comes around. You could stall to wait. What did I just do? I have to say this again. I don't even know what I did. I think I backflipped by accident. I did. That's amazing. But yeah, you could stall here to make sure that you hit the ball with the roof of your car, just to guarantee that hitbox is going to be decent. You absolutely don't want to go all the way around and hit it with your wheels like this, or else it could be bad. It's not always bad, but it could be. Hitting it with the back of your car is totally fine. The roof of your car is totally fine. Apparently backflipping is also totally fine. That's amazing. And yeah, this is probably the best way you can do it. It's just cancelling your flip as you come out here to get a nice high arc, if that's what you're trying to go for. Of course, that's not always the safest way to clear it. Sometimes just getting a nice little soft touch to the side of the box is going to be better. If that's where our team are, then we probably just want to do that. Definitely want to be good at getting angles on these. It's a bit of a mind game as well when you come out one side and then hit the ball the other way. So you could actually cross over the box and then hit it like this. So you're thinking ahead. You're thinking, okay, the other team are going to see me coming out of this angle. They're probably going to expect me to hit the ball to the right, and now we've hit it to the left by just cutting across it. And notice that shot 12 bounces a lot, or this shot bounces lower than the previous one. The previous one was right underneath the crossbar. This one, I believe, is a bit lower. Oh, it's much lower. So you're gonna need to get better at this one as well. You can actually do this. Okay, here's something interesting I found. When you're coming off the underside of the crossbar, if you want to get low quickly, obviously you have to lean back as you jump, just like when you're going for an aerial. So we're leaning back as we come down off the crossbar like this. And then if we backflip, because we're already leaning back, we can get a decent clear. So this is one other way to do it. It's a bit unconventional. And our boost is actually slowing us down there. But yeah, there's an unconventional clear for you if you want to practice something that's going to look pretty fancy. Little aerial maneuver and then a backflip. But most of these you want to think about where you're hitting it. Don't just try and get a big hit. Don't just try and hit the ball as hard as possible. Try and hit it as accurately as possible. And this one you could also just double jump and then try and take control. There's different heights. The 4 shots in a row here, I think it's shot 13, 14, 15. No, 12, 13, 14, and 15. They're all just different heights of the ball approaching in here. I'm trying to do this aerial technique again. There we go. It looks so stupid. It's kind of pointless. But yeah, this one, if somebody's think somebody's dribbling you, you think they're gonna flick. No, they're not gonna flick. They've actually just faked you. Now we're just gonna double jump and get back down here, or just single jump and turn sideways to get that hitbox. Be careful not to jump too early, because just like any other curve in the Rocket League arena, if you jump too early, then you're just gonna get stuck to that curve due to the inertia of the car going through the motion there. So right there I jumped, but my car immediately landed again since we're still going up the curve. I'll try and show it in the replay here. See that? I jumped and then landed, so it didn't actually do anything. You gotta wait till you're on the flat before you jump. And again, being able to hit this, oh, I've done it again. It's getting glued to the top. Being able to hit this away from someone who's coming in to dunk you is going to be much better than just hitting it straight down the middle. So try and get some angle on these. Try and play it into safety. Not necessarily the most distance, but in a location that they can't follow up and score on you immediately. Alright, so this is a couple of, so 16, 17, 18 are going to be the recovery shots. So you can half flip here and then get the clear. Obviously, you can use boost if you want to. That's kind of like what I was going for with this pack, because I made them all savable without boost, but you can use boost if you want to practice those situations as well. Notice that the fastest way to get from here on the goal line to the ball without any boost is actually just reversing. See that, how early I'm so early at the crossbar that I beat the ball. I have to slow down. And that's because if you half flip from a standstill, you've not given your car time to do that little bit of acceleration. It doesn't take long to do that little bit of acceleration from stationary to max speed with no boost. And if you just half flip, your car is just flipping where otherwise it would be accelerating. And accelerating is actually faster than flipping. Therefore, the fastest way to get up there, if we were further away, would be accelerating and then half flipping, but we just don't have the space here. So it's worth noting that the fastest way to get up is actually to just reverse. And then you can do a half flip on your way out of the crossbar to land properly. Like so. Just half flip off the underside of the crossbar. There we are. We're right way up again. You can half flip on here if you want to be facing forwards when you're hitting the ball. If you find it easier to place your clear when you're forwards, which makes perfect sense. I'm not trying to say that relegates you to a lower level of humanity. Remember though, when you are backwards on the crossbar, dodging left will actually dodge you to the right. See there? If I dodge left, I'm to the right of the ball, and I dodge left and it puts me to the right. So we need to dodge right to go left, because we're actually backwards now. All of our dodge mechanics are going to be referencing the way that we're facing, which is we're facing the blue goal. So if we want to dodge right, we've got to dodge left. Hopefully that makes sense. A beautiful nose slide as well. That's what you want. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense to you guys. I know a lot of you are going to be thinking, yeah, I already know that, but I want to make this accessible to everybody. Alright, there's two different ways to half flip, obviously. Even on keyboard, I can half flip like this. That's with a left turn, and I land slightly facing the right. Or I can half flip like this with a right turn, and that's going to make me slightly facing the left. And with that, we're able to get up in time to save this. So a couple of inside the goal recoveries here if you want to do them. You don't have to though. You could just flip over to the inside of the post and use the post to save it, or I think you could probably just drive over there. Yeah, okay, barely, but you can. But there's lots of different ways that you can save these shots. You could just reverse out the crossbar again, remembering don't get screwed over by the dodge. You gotta dodge in the opposite way. I'm not getting close enough here. Hold on. So if you're on the right side of the ball, dodge left if you're backwards, and vice versa. Yeah, the last shot is just going to be the same thing, and since this is the way that I always half flip, much easier for me. I'm trying to get better at half flipping in both directions. Did I pinch this off the inside of the post? Yes, I did. Alright, that's decent, little bit of clear on that. Okay, apparently we got 17%. Percentage on this, I would fully expect every single one of you to be able to 100% this, because I set it up in such a way that they're all savable with no boost. So you just need to accelerate and then flip. But the whole point of this pack is not to get 100%. The point of it is to try and experiment with different clear angles. Excuse me, off the inside of the crossbar, off the inside of the post. Experiment with how the car interacts when you jump and you flip off the different surfaces, because you're probably going to get surprised, especially the inside of the goal does some weird things when you're leaning back and trying to jump out of there. It's definitely not normal. So try your best to come up with scenarios in your head. I've given you a few if you watched back through that video, talking about people dribbling you, faking you, talking about where our teammates are, talking about in a 1 versus 1 scenario where you would want to put that, when you want to get the ball. It's up to you guys. If you want to make the most of this training pack, this isn't where you're not gonna just try and go for 18 out of 18. You're gonna try and master the positions, master the recoveries, master the landings, master the dodging and everything like that. And with and without boost, of course, you want to mix it up, because in game you're not always going to have 100 boosts like you have in training. You're sometimes going to have 0, you're sometimes going to have 12. So try to just experiment with it and get used to it. I hope it's useful to some of you. I haven't seen a training pack like this before. That's why I decided to make one. And like I said in my last training pack video, clearing for beans, if you guys have other training packs or other things you want me to talk about in this style of video, then definitely let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to check it out. This code, like I said before, will be in the description, so definitely check that out. If you can't use it, I'm really sorry. Hopefully that gets fixed in the future, the cross-platform functionality. But for now, guys, thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.